Hey kids, and welcome to the first official episode of Nerd Alert.
Yeah.
We decided that, instead of just talking about movie and everything, people wanted us to talk more about comics and other nerd stuff, and we decided let's just do that.
Yep.
So this will be our weekend show from now on, where we talk about comics, comic movies, all that other nerd junk, and whatever. So this weekend's was Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. We've got a lot of stuff coming out that we wish was online.
Yeah.
We had to watch some leaked versions, but we're going to talk about it and get this hype train rolling. So, Matt, what are we going to talk about first?
First, we should probably talk about Star Wars. There was a lot of stuff that came out, but the biggest thing that I think that came out was Lord and Miller are directing the second anthology film, and it's going to be about young Han Solo between episode 3 and 4. So what do you think? I know me and you both kind of agree. We want to see the story going forward.
Yeah, I don't like prequels, really.
Less prequel and interim stories.
But it's Lord and Miller doing Han Solo.
Yeah.
That's enough to make me go, yeah. Plus, it's Star Wars. Honestly, anything that's coming out Star Wars, I want to see.
Yeah. I know there was, it was called Radio Time or something like that, right? Something like that.
I don't know.
Radio Time. It's a UK publication, and they noticed that Lucasfilm is following Aaron Paul on Twitter, and they're only following 365 people.
I heard about this.
I think
he's gonna play young Han Solo.
I wanted to talk about this because I don't think he would make a good young Han Solo. He looks nothing like, you know what I mean?
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Harrison Ford.
I mean, it's gonna be hard to find someone who looks like Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
but I mean, people jump to like so many conclusions.
I thought it was funny, but it was. I mean, it's interesting. It could be true. He could be involved in one of their films,
but it's like
it doesn't mean that he's involved in this film specifically.
But it's like, really, dude, take a chill pill.
I know. I thought it was funny, but they also said that they were the publication that started the whole thing that he was going to star in Rogue One, opposite of Felicity Jones, because
maybe this company just has some kind of like conspiracy hard-on thing.
It could.
Aaron Paul.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and like I said, it doesn't. It could be that he's involved in something. Doesn't mean that it's this.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in episode 8 or 9, and maybe it's a much smaller part than people are.
Yeah, maybe he plays someone who's in a costume that you won't even know who they are.
Yeah. Maybe he's driving or flying a ship because he did Need for Speed. That was
Good
a joke.
one.
Yeah. Ha ha ha.
Don't quit your day job.
We also have some plot details from Rogue One that leaked. Take these with a grain of salt. But supposedly they came out of press stuff. So Ben Mendelsohn is going to be the main bad guy of the film, who sends bounty hunters Boba Fett, Bosk, Dengar, Zuckuss, Forlom, IG-88, and Cad Bane, which is interesting because he has only appeared in the animated series.
Yep, Clone
so this will
Wars.
be his first
which would be so
appearance
cool because he's a badass.
So he sends those bounty hunters after the stolen Death Star plans from the Rebel Alliance. And then Darth Vader finds out and is very unhappy and has to step in. So if that's true, it sounds awesome. It sounds
even if
great.
it's not true, I'm still pumped for this movie.
Yeah.
I even like the aspect of it's going to be like a Star Wars movie, like a war movie in space. That sounds I don't know, just anything Star Wars sounds interesting to me.
Yeah.
I need that sci-fi crazy space action.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
That's what Guardians to me was so like refreshing because we
Yeah.
just do not get enough of that. Like we have the Star Trek movies, which are the first one I really liked. Second one was okay, but we just don't get enough of that crazy space action that I like.
Yeah, I really like that they're committing to not just the numbered series, but also these like kind of spin-off movies that tell stories about people who aren't normally the main characters. I love that.
Yeah, non-Jedi
We're
characters.
looking at these characters in like these parts of the galaxy and this massive, beautiful like universe that they've built that we don't normally get to see. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Was there anything else Star Wars related?
We had the behind-the-scenes footage that we just watched. It doesn't really reveal much. It confirms that C-3PO has a red arm.
Yeah. It also shows off J.J. Abrams and hopefully the series going forward, their commitment to more like live action
Practical effects.
Practical effects. Sorry, I
Yeah.
don't know why I said live action. But more practical effects and similar to what we saw from or what we heard from the behind the scenes Ant-Man stuff. They're doing these new techniques to make it more realistic and more immersive versus
they're really
CGI
trying to find a way
background,
to
CGI characters.
really trying to find a way to blend in the digital with the practical effects.
Yep.
And bring the two worlds together to create just beautiful cinema.
Yeah, and I mean it looks great. You see a bunch of practical aliens, and they look believable, and that's without being touched up CGI. So imagine what they're gonna look up.
Freaking BB-8.
Yeah.
Remember that first teaser? And everyone's like, "Oh, that's a digital effect," and then they bring him out on stage. No, he's real.
Yeah, I still don't know how that's possible.
That's insane.
Magic. It's witchcraft.
Fuck, that's so cool.
Also, the Star Wars panel concluded with J.J. Abrams inviting everybody that was there to secret only for the people that were there concert or whatever. And
I didn't hear about that.
yeah, it was they did orchestral music from all of the films, and they gave everybody fake lightsabers and shit. So, and then it was really sad because Kevin Smith had his panel for one of his movies that are coming up. I can't remember the name of it, but it's an indie movie that's coming up, and that was right after in the same hall. And there was a picture where there was 3 people in the hall for Kevin Smith. It's that's gotta hurt.
Man.
I'm sure it's gonna be a great movie, but
Star Wars or Kevin Smith?
Kevin Smith.
I like Kevin Smith movies
Yeah.
too, so it's good.
But yeah,
I bet Kevin Smith wishes he was at the Star Wars panel.
I'm sure.
He's like, I don't even want to be here. I want to be at Star Wars.
yeah. So I think that was it. There's a lot of smaller news. There was more character bios and stuff like that went up on I think the Star Wars app and online and stuff over the course of San Diego Comic-Con.
I think the craziest thing that happened at the Star Wars panel is that Harrison Ford showed up.
Oh yeah.
People were placing bets on if Harrison Ford would show up to Comic-Con or not, and he did. And he seemed genuinely enthused about
yeah.
the new Star Wars movie. He's happy to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like it's just him saying that. I think everyone is genuinely happy to be a part of.
Well, I'm sure
Star Wars.
It's something that you should be really proud to be a part of. It's ingrained in the culture of generations.
Right.
Of people. It's not just a nerd thing anymore. It's an everybody.
It's
thing.
everybody. This movie's gonna make an ass ton of money.
Oh god, yeah.
Disney's not even know what to do with all of it.
Do you think it's gonna beat Jurassic World?
Oh,
opening weekend.
Opening weekend.
I think it's going to be the highest opening weekend
of the year.
Of all time.
All time.
Well, not including inflation. Because
Jurassic World was the highest opening of all time.
Yep.
Damn, that's right. Because it beat Avengers. Mm-hmm. The only thing is, it comes out in December. If Star Wars came out in a summertime month, then I'd say yes, no problem. But the fact that it's coming out in December,
I think there are going to be people that see it multiple times in a row.
right? Oh, in the same day.
Yeah, in the same day. I think opening weekend, there will be people. A majority of people will see it more than once. If they're going to go at all, they're going to see it more than once opening weekend.
Okay, I wanted to make sure that the 18th was a Friday. It is.
I don't see unless
I'm already planning on seeing it 2 or 3 times that weekend.
Yeah, unless initial reviews are bad, I don't think there's any way that this doesn't become the highest opening weekend.
If I'm still working nights come December, might try to take that day off so I can go see it take that Thursday off so I can go see it that
the opening night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because it's got to be insanity.
If I am, I am gonna put in for that day off.
I bet you tickets
unpaid. I'll take it unpaid.
Yeah,
I don't.
Pre-sale tickets will sell out months in advance, and they're gonna have to have more open. I guarantee you,
a whole theater will be devoted to Star Wars.
Yep. That's just my prediction. There's no way that this doesn't become the highest
gangbusters.
Yeah, because people are so excited for this, and so many people that aren't even Star Wars fans are going to jump on this one.
All right, enough Star Wars.
Okay.
We don't have a whole lot of time.
Nope.
So let's get to the next bit here.
Let's do DC Comics because
DC
Comics
cool.
and movie.
The DC Warner Brothers panel, right?
So we had a lot of cool stuff come out of that. The biggest thing was or at least the biggest thing to me, was a trailer or extended look at Batman v Superman.
3.5 minute trailer.
Mm-hmm. If you haven't watched it, you should go watch it.
Because we're gonna spoil it all right now. But it's a trailer, so there's not really spoilers. We're gonna point out the Easter eggs and stuff that we noticed in it. And what we thought was really
Let me
cool.
just say this. I saw the first Batman v Superman trailer, and I was like,
I was like, don't care about this.
Yeah, I was like, this doesn't look good. I saw this one, and I have goosebumps just thinking about it.
I'm on board. I mean, but of course, okay.
There's still
here's the thing. Man of Steel trailer, I thought was just blew my mind. I was like, I can't wait for this movie. It's gonna be so great. And then I saw the movie, and I hated Man of Steel. I hated it. So I mean, this movie could.
Mm-hmm. But no. I'm much less weary now.
But I'm more excited for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to not be excited for it's like Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman in the same movie together. Like, that's just cool.
Yeah. I am absolutely sold on Ben Affleck as an old Batman.
Oh, I have been since that one teaser. I was like, yep.
Well, and
in this too, he looks like he's gonna be so good.
Okay,
at this.
so let's.
Okay, let me say something too.
Okay.
I want to watching that trailer. I kind of got like a Watchmen vibe.
A little bit, yeah.
Did you kind of get that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense.
It's Zack Snyder. It's a style, but I loved Watchmen. It's probably the only Zack Snyder movie I actually liked.
Yeah, I wasn't like that fond of the movie, but I don't think it has anything. Well, I think it was just the writing. I think it was like a really dry. It just felt so dry, and it felt like it was way too long.
That's the comic, though. They pretty much adapted the graphic novel.
But anyways, back to the.
Yeah. So, what were your favorite parts? I'm gonna ask you before I go into mine, because I'll talk for like the rest of the time.
Okay, favorite parts. I love the shot where you see Wayne Tower falling.
Yeah, it's like a flashback.
Yep.
To Man of Steel from Bruce Wayne's perspective.
Yep, and you see Superman and Zod fly through Wayne Towers, and it starts to crumble. Everybody is running away. You see like all of the dust and rubble falling, and you see Ben Affleck in his like business suit, which kind of harkens to like an older Batman suit. You know, It's like the lighter blue, and then the like darker bluish black vest. Yep. And he's running into the danger.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was where I was like, he is fucking Batman. He is Batman.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite part.
One of my favorite parts that got right away was when Batman's fighting Superman and he's like on the side of the building and he grapple hooks away.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Like that's straight out of the comics or the animated series, and that was so sweet. And then just seeing Wonder Woman in a trailer for me was like, holy shit, we got Wonder Woman in a movie.
Yeah.
That was cool.
So very quickly, I want to talk about something that I don't like.
Okay, because I got more things that I do like about it.
I just want to. This is one thing that pulls me out that I don't like. I thought I would love Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
What they've shown so far, hopefully it's only in that one scene. Why the fuck does he have weird long hair?
Well, because he's gonna lose his hair.
It's dumb. He doesn't.
I think he's gonna lose his hair to kryptonite poisoning or something like that.
Maybe
because they showed him with kryptonite. Let me get back to more things I liked because the Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor thing is so I didn't like it, but like it's so minimal compared to all the things I did like in the trailer.
Well, I think they still have time to prove themselves because we only saw him in two scenes. You see him looking at the kryptonite, and then you see him talking to
Senator.
Yeah, the senator. I can't remember the actress's name.
I don't know.
But
she's
whatever.
in everything.
Yeah. So those are the only two scenes we saw him in. So we don't know what his character is going to be like. I did like his little, the red capes are coming. The red capes are coming. It's great.
Okay. The coolest part to me is the Robin suit in the Batcave.
We don't know that it's a Robin suit.
Oh, dude, it is Robin.
It looks like it's a Robin suit. And it would make a lot of sense. You can tell by looking at it,
it's Robin. It's got the domino mask and everything. It's Robin.
Okay.
But it says, ha ha ha, joke's on you, Batman, spray painted on it from the Joker.
And then also earlier in the trailer, we get it's an article from the Daily Planet, but it's not by Clark Kent. It's by somebody else. And and there's a picture of the destroyed Wayne
You're
Towers.
talking about Wayne Tower falling.
Yep. And then in red letters, which look like Joker's handwriting, it says, "You let your family die." And so it's like we're going to get, even if Joker's not in this film, I think
he's
he is.
He's going to be talked like.
But he's going. To. Yeah, he's going to be alluded to. He is. This is an older Batman. He's been dealing with Joker for a long time. He very clearly has lost a lot of things. There's a shot where it looks like Alfred is walking towards Wayne Manor that's completely like burned down and derelict.
Jeremy Irons' Alfred looks awesome.
The only thing that's weird to me is Jeremy Irons feels like he could be the same age as Ben Affleck in this.
He kind of looks like he almost looks like he could be Ben Affleck's like brother.
I wish they would have gone with
or
somebody
he could
older.
Play Batman.
Yeah, I wish that they would have gone a little bit older for Alfred because it would make more sense. Because I don't believe that this person was his bodyguard when he was younger.
Let me look up how old Jeremy Irons is when you talk about what you like.
Yeah.
Even.
Okay, so there was a lot of really cool stuff. I like that this is, and they keep saying it like this, the DC cinematic universe is really gritty, and it's not like Marvel where we pull the punches and all this stuff. There's a scene where you see the soldiers with the red Superman S's on their armbands, and you see Batman fighting them.
Okay,
and he
do you know what that's from?
No.
That is a scene. Okay, I noticed in this trailer, Zack Snyder's taking bits from other comics.
Yeah.
That is exactly from Red Son.
Okay.
Where Superman is Russian, and there's a Russian Batman, right? And he looks just like the Russian Batman, where he's got the goggles and everything. And Superman is the ruler of Russia, and he's got an army. And those army guys are fighting Batman. That scene is right from Red Son.
But one thing that I noticed was he totally snaps a guy's neck. He killed somebody.
Batman did?
Yeah.
I didn't see
in the
that.
scene. He snaps the guy's neck and the guy falls to the ground. You don't snap somebody's neck and they live. That's not what happens. And then we also see somebody tied up that has a Batman scar on his chest.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a really dark Batman. They said, I think Zack Snyder had said that it's going to be more like the Dark Knight comic where, this is a Batman at like the end of his road. And like he's more violent.
Yeah. He's just like in the Dark Knight.
Yep.
Jeremy Irons is 66. Ben Affleck is 42. So there's a 24-year age difference.
They did a good job of aging Ben Affleck up because Ben Affleck looks like he could be
in his 50s.
Yeah, like almost 50, like late 40s.
Yeah.
In this, and Jeremy Irons doesn't look that much older.
Yeah, so he's 24 years older.
Yeah.
So that would work for an Alfred.
Yeah, it would work. That makes sense. Other things that I liked. I'm trying to remember what else even happened. It's so many freaking cool things. One thing that I didn't like. Another thing that I didn't like. Just because I have to point this stuff out as well, because I'm super hyped. This looks really good from what I've seen now, but there's some things that bothered me. The animation looks horrible.
What animation?
The scene that you talked about with Batman and the grappling hook, that was really bad animation. The scenes where you see Superman flying looks really bad. There was a scene with Wonder Woman being like knocked back that was very clearly CGI, and it looks really bad.
That's Zack Snyder. Really CGI.
It doesn't look good. I would rather they did more practical and then added in CGI, like more movies are doing now.
Did you like the scene where at the end where Superman rips off the doors to the Batmobile and then Batman just like steps out of it?
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
It looks cool. I wonder if Superman in this movie is going to be even darker and kind of more arrogant. If he's going to be more flawed, because
I want to see Superman be Superman though.
Yeah, but it seems from what we see,
I don't want an arrogant asshole.
Yeah, because from what we've seen, we get the scene with Ma Kent, who's like, you you should do whatever you can to be these people savers, blah 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 blah. And she said, but you don't have to. You don't owe them anything. And then we see scenes of like, there's a family on a rooftop with the Superman S painted on it, and there's
like
flooded, and they're like yes, and she's looking up at
and
Superman like he's a savior,
god,
and
he's coming down. That imagery is really good.
But what I get from that is he's not like rushing in to save them. He's thinking like, I have the power to do, you know what I mean? It feels more arrogant.
He's still contemplating his, I don't want to say his existence, but like what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, it feels like he thinks he's a god, rather, like, you know what I mean? Like
and he's got to deal with that.
Yeah, like he has a god complex, not not like he has a savior complex where he wants to be everybody's savior, but he's like, I have the power to decide if these people live or die. And that's what it seems like from this.
I thought from the imagery, it's supposed to just like, because I think when you see it in the show, it'll show him there, and then he's gonna come down and save him right away.
It was
I
just
think for that
the way
trailer,
the
it was
shot.
supposed to portray it as he's like an angel or like
Yeah, it was just the way that it was shot. It like prolonged just.
I thought that
long
imagery
enough.
was really good though.
Yeah, it looks really great.
One thing I wanted to point out too, lastly, was Zod's body in a body bag. That's gonna play in. I think those doomsday rumors are true.
Yeah. God, I'm really excited for this now.
Which, if bringing out Doomsday is just a bad idea for.
Well, yeah.
Doomsday should be because he's the only person to kill Superman.
Yeah. There was in one of the interviews that they did with, I think it was like Hollywood Reporter, maybe it was another news publication, but it was Zack Snyder and Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, and they were talking about Batman v Superman, and the interviewers were asking questions like how it compares to Marvel movies, and they were like, well, instead of being like kind of tiptoeing around everything and adding in characters one by one, we're just gonna we're going in with everybody.
Just take the bucket and just pour it all.
And it's
out.
like that. I don't know if that's gonna work in their favor, because we have Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman, and both are gonna be jam packed with these massive characters that are gonna have to share a minimal amount of screen time with each other.
It's gonna be interesting. And now that you brought up Suicide Squad, should we talk about the so there was a
transition,
kind of a trailer. Yeah, good segue. There was kind of a trailer released at Comic-Con of the Suicide Squad. What they have so far,
yes.
It hasn't been put online for who the fuck knows why.
You can find it if you look for it, but it's leaked
but not
versions.
like not an official version. So Matt and I were able to watch a leaked copy. So it was kind of hard to see, but it was mostly about Amanda Waller telling somebody who we can't see who it is about her plans for the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. I keep going back and forth with this movie because I think all of the people that they cast, I think, are good choices for the characters. I keep seeing images from set and stuff and thinking this does not look good. Like, Joker's character design does not look good. A bunch of the other character designs don't look good. The set design looks like
see, to me, that the only thing that really doesn't look good with this movie is the Joker design. Everything else looks fine to me.
It feels like they keep saying, like, we're not campy, we're not Marvel, we're not Disney, we're not doing that type of thing, but it feels like they took the campiest dark version of Batman and then now are like, but it's for adults. And it's like, it just doesn't visually match the tone that they're going for, in my opinion. It looks like it's trying too hard to be like The Crow or some shit. Like, we're a dark, edgy movie.
I didn't get that vibe, really.
I keep getting that from
everything
I
I did kind of like snicker at. There's a line in the leaked trailer where Will Smith or Deadshot is like, "Oh, will be some kind of Suicide Squad." I'm just like, "You fucking kidding me? Is this supposed to be a joke line?" Because I was like, "This better not be a serious line," because it's just like.
Well, and they said that Suicide Squad is supposed to be funnier, but from what we see, I don't see it.
I hope it's funny. I want to see it though. The more I see about Suicide Squad, the more interested.
Well, and here's the thing: is like I was watching a video yesterday about like all the superhero movies that are coming from like the end or from Fantastic Four onward, from all of the different studios, and it's like, which ones do you think weren't going to do well and all that shit? I think a lot of them are going to do really well, no matter if they're good or bad, just because people are curious to see them. Like even Man of Steel did well, and. The consensus is that was not a good Superman movie.
I hated it.
Yeah, so it's like I think all of these. I'm gonna go see most of these movies unless they get really bad reviews.
Unless they're consistently bad.
Yeah.
Because right now they only have one. I can't judge their whole slate by one movie.
Yep.
If Batman v Superman is bad and Suicide Squad is bad, then I'm out.
Yeah, probably.
But
unless they show unless they show The Flash and it looks really good and like they're finally getting it or something, it's one of those things they have to show that they're progressing. But I didn't see Thor 1 or Captain America 1 in theaters because neither of those movies looked good to me. I saw them after the fact.
Like I needed to.
I saw them after the fact, like on Redbox or whatever, and they were fine. But I'm glad I didn't see them in theaters because they weren't good. I
thought First Avenger was okay. Thor was. It looked really
Thor
cool.
1 and 2 were not good.
Thor, they're my least favorite.
Yeah, and it's nothing against. It's not a character that I'm very interested in.
Thor's I'm not interested in really.
And they don't really have a good story to tell. The movie Thor 2 was basically just
Thor 2
Loki.
was honestly just bad.
Thor
bad.
2 should have just been a Loki story. They should have just spun it that way.
Yeah.
But anyways, so it's one of those things. We're gonna go see most of these anyways. Just
what if because you just put this in my mind. What if eventually in the Marvel MCU Loki joins the Avengers?
That'd be sweet.
Because
I was
everyone
just reading
loves him more than Thor.
Yeah, I was just reading Loki, Agent of Asgard. I can't remember. It's the one that's part of Last Days for Marvel, the comic.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually really good. And that was even less about Loki. It's like a different version of Loki from an alternate future, and he's the god of stories instead of the god of lies. But then there's a different Loki from a different future who is evil and wants to destroy or take over the whatever. I think it's the 616 part of the universe that he's in.
Weird, crazy.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be cool.
That's it for Suicide Squad. We ended up going on a Marvel tangent.
It's just
we're not just Marvel fanboys. I swear.
No, it's just DC hasn't proved themselves in the movies. I love DC comics,
but they only have one movie, so we have to wait and see.
Nope, exactly.
Right.
Any other DC? Well, I guess we have DC TV news. Let's talk about Flash.
Let's talk about Flash while we're still in this, because that was yesterday. Mm-hmm. That was at the same time as the the Fox panel is going on.
Yeah.
So bits we know about the Flash season 2. Jay Garrick has been cast and he's joining the cast.
Mm-hmm.
Patty Spivot, that she's cast too. She's going to be a detective interested in metahumans, working with Joe West. And if you don't know who Jay Garrick is, he's the original Flash.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be a speedster in this too, maybe from Earth 2, and he's here to like warn Barry about something that's coming.
Yeah.
Patty Spivot is also supposed to be, apparently, I heard, supposed to be a speedster from another universe as well. We're getting Zoom as the big bad.
Yep.
So if you don't know who Professor Zoom is, he is like a version of the Reverse Flash.
Mm-hmm.
He was, I think it was Hunter Zolomon who was Professor Zoom, and his thing was He was a Wally West villain. His thing was he felt that Wally West hadn't experienced any real tragedy in his life and couldn't become like the right hero. So he made like his whole like thing is to like ruin Wally West's life or whatever. And his powers are different than Reverse Flash, where he doesn't just move really fast, but yet he moves through time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how he is able to.
Do we know the actor who played Professor Wells playing
Dr.
Zoom?
Wells?
Yeah.
It is kind of, from what I read, it's kind of implied that he will be suiting up as Zoom.
Okay.
Because
everybody really liked the actor.
So he won't be Eobard Thawne.
Yeah.
It'll be actually Wells as Zoom, which would be interesting.
Okay, so they're doing like a.
Because you know how in season 1, there's dudes, spoilers. But if you're talking about season 2, that's gonna happen. So, because in season 1 how Eobard Thawne stole Wells' identity. Well, I think that if Wells is going to be Zoom, it's actually going to be Wells becoming Zoom.
I wonder how that's going to work.
I can't wait to find out. And then we also found out that Wally West is going to be in the show.
We don't know who's going to be playing him yet. But.
No, he has not been cast. I think Cisco might actually become Vibe.
Yeah, they.
And I heard that Caitlin is going to be.
They implied that with a deleted scene or something like that. A scene that they released after the end of season 1. There was like some scenes that were cut, and that also showed.
No, that scene was in the season finale.
Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm mixing. I'm mixing it up with the Atom thing, because there was a scene that was, or no, the Firestorm. The scene about
Firestorm.
Yep.
Well, then apparently Caitlin might become Killer Frost, at least at one point.
Yeah, she is confirmed. At least.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
In an interview with IGN. They asked the cast.
Danielle Panabaker said she's really excited to play Killer Frost.
Yep. they said, if you could be any villain in the DC universe, who would you be? And then she's like, well, obviously the best answer would be Killer Frost. It's like, we're really excited to see you as the Killer Frost.
But I
And
want her
she's
to be a good guy. I want her. Maybe she'll go. Maybe it'll be like someone pointed out. Maybe it'll be like a Dark Willow thing in Buffy.
Yeah.
Where Willow kind of like at that season, she's kind of a big bad because you ever watch Buffy?
Yeah, I watched the whole series.
I watched
twice.
the whole series because I'm just finished it like a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago. Well, you know how she like is addicted to magic and then she like goes off the deep end. I would like to see that with Killer Frost, and then like so she goes bad, but then she like comes back to her normal.
Well, see,
self.
my whole speculation was that at the end of season 2, we see Barry Allen running up to the whatever they called it, the what is it called?
He's running through the Speed Force.
Yeah, but what is it's called a something point.
Singularity.
A singularity point. Yeah. And my whole thing was I thought he was going to get into this alternate universe where we have Cisco as Vibe, we have Caitlyn as a villain, so it's like this alternate timeline or alternate universe where
Maybe that's the opening of season 2. Because they changed the whole timeline, things are going to be all wacky.
And
now.
that's what I was gonna say is that he's in this alternate timeline. We see all these characters that would explain why maybe Jay Garrick is there, but Barry Allen in that universe doesn't have his speed powers, or we maybe get Wally West that way or something like that. And maybe that's where we get with the female that I can't remember who you just said. The female speedster,
Patty Spivot.
Patty Spivot. Maybe she's from that universe, and when he gets back through somehow with the help of Cisco,
It's going to be a mess,
Yeah.
and I'm excited for it.
Yep. Sounds amazing.
There was some Arrow stuff, too, that I didn't really catch much of. But Mr. Terrific is joining Team Arrow. The guy who plays Dum Dum Dugan in the Marvel movies is going to be playing Damien Dark, the bad guy in Arrow. I don't remember much else. Hawkman's going to be in Legends of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, White Canary is supposed to have like a no fear of death type thing. That's part of her character, I guess. I don't remember reading about anything else.
Vixen got
Vixen trailer.
got a trailer.
I didn't watch that.
I think
yet.
they said this season is coming out this summer or something like that. Maybe it's not this summer. Maybe it's this fall. I remember it's sometime soon though. And that the voice actors who play the live action characters in CW's DC shows will actually be guest starring.
Cool.
They're guest voicing, I guess. So we're gonna get the Flash. We're gonna get Arrow. I assume we're gonna get some people from
Both
Legends of
teams.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. We move on to the Fox now.
Yep, Fox. So this will be our final big topic because Marvel itself didn't have any major.
Did you see the sorry, it's kind of random. Did you see the Doctor Who Series 9 trailer?
I didn't.
It was pretty cool.
I have
Not much was revealed.
I
in
haven't
it.
been interested since Stephen Capaldi took over.
Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi. Stephen Capaldi.
He's a good doctor. Though.
I don't know what it was. I think it was because
the last season wasn't very good, but he was good.
Yeah.
It makes me think season 9 is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up because that did happen at Comic-Con, but it was like the first day, so it's kind of like a while ago now.
Man, there's a lot that.
All right, so Fox, Deadpool first.
Yes.
So it hasn't been put online, which I don't know why.
Did you watch? You watched it?
I did
though?
watch
Okay.
like a leaked version of the Deadpool trailer. They played a Deadpool trailer at Comic-Con.
It looks great.
It looks funny and it's a hard R.
Yeah.
Best line in the trailer was, "Are you gonna give me if you're gonna give me a suit, don't make it green or animated."
Yeah.
So good.
I really like T.J. Miller as Weasel.
Yeah, one of the best lines is, "You look like Freddy Krueger face fucked a topographical map of Utah."
Yeah, it's so great. It looks like it will be the Deadpool movie that people want. You know, it's gonna be very funny. It's gonna be very violent. It's gonna be very hard R. We get Colossus. We get
Colossus looks cool. from what I
Negasonic
saw.
Teenage Warhead.
I love that. It's like, "What's your name?" Negasonic Teenage Warhead. What the shit? That's the coolest name.
Yeah. We get everybody was worried because we got some initial set photo leaks from with Ryan Reynolds looking like pretty boy Ryan Reynolds.
But in the trailer, he
CG.
looked really
Yeah.
more scarred up.
Yep,
right?
yep. But they did have a scene at the very beginning when he was finding out that he has cancer of everything.
Everything.
where he looked normal. His face wasn't scarred up, and he was talking to Marina Baccarin, and then he goes through this whatever
Weapon X program.
Yeah,
Because he's Canadian. Deadpool's Canadian.
Canadian.
It's filmed in Vancouver.
Yeah.
That's where Ryan Reynolds is from.
Yep. I'm really excited for this. I hope it does well. I hope that
they got a
we get
Canadian
more.
actor to play Deadpool.
Yeah.
It's like the first time we've got an actual like someone playing a superhero from where they're actually from.
Yeah, I guess.
In like a long time.
But a lot of superheroes are from made up cities, so
not Marvel Universe.
you get like made up countries like Wakanda, and you get made up.
But then you get like Anna Paquin, who played Rogue. Anna Paquin's Canadian.
Yeah.
And she played Rogue, who's like from like Louisiana.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
She plays a lot of people from Louisiana.
She's probably got that accent like permanently.
Yeah.
Now. But then you got like Hugh Jackman, who's Australian, playing a Canadian. You've got Superman.
Why is everybody from Weapon X Canadian?
Weapon X was a Canadian program.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
I was just making that connection
that's just
now,
it.
and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, but then you've got like Superman is British. Spider-Man's British now.
Spider-Man was also British before.
Yeah. He's still British.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just interesting to me. But
I
the
think
Deadpool trailer looked incredible, and I hope Fox puts it up online real soon.
Yeah, me too. Other Fox stuff we have.
So apparently there was a Fantastic Four trailer, but that hasn't been released. And I heard it's actually really good. It's getting people hyped for Fantastic Four, which it really needs to do. And this movie comes out in a few weeks.
I think of all the superhero movies that are coming up, this is the one that's going to have to work the hardest because
it's got the most against
they
it.
burned so many people with the last couple Fantastic Four movies.
And then there's all the rumors coming out about Trank and this movie being such a struggle to get put together. So we'll see about that. X-Men Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
They released a little. They've been shooting for 5 weeks and they already released something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was like with Ant-Man 2 years ago.
Some of the effects aren't completely done, but it showed
Mm-hmm.
enough. We learned who the 4 horsemen are going to be.
I didn't read that. Who are going to be the 4 horsemen?
Storm,
Okay.
Angel,
Okay.
Psylocke, and Magneto.
Psylocke and Magneto. Huh.
They're going to be the 4 horsemen. I don't think Wolverine's going to be in Apocalypse. Everyone keeps saying he is. He might have a cameo, but I don't think he's actually going to be.
I think the reason why, though, is because...
It's supposed to be about the new...
Yeah, but I think the reason why
characters.
they said that he was going to be in it is he has 2 more movies left on his contract.
I never
And
heard that
Old Man
anymore.
Logan. I swear. I'll have to double check, but I swear I remember reading that because that's why everybody was speculating there's going to be an Age of Apocalypse or Apocalypse.
I keep calling it Age of Apocalypse because that's the end of the story.
Yeah, I know.
in the
Yeah.
Comics. We learned that Storm does have a mohawk.
Mm-hmm. Which is cool.
Yeah, I mean it's whatever. We didn't learn much else. I guess Professor X is supposed to be more violent in this.
Well, I think he's going to be pushed more towards
his limits.
Well, I just
Scribbled all
whatever.
over.
He's going to be. I think we're going to see kind of opposites. We're going to see Professor X pushed towards more violent. We're going to see Magneto pushed more towards
Good.
a savior.
Well, okay. Here's more things. It read. It takes place in 1983, 10 years after Days of Future Past.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Magneto has like just given up and he's like living in a cabin in the woods and he's just like settled down and whatever. And
so like Wolverine in the first Wolverine.
but so he's
movie.
gonna get pulled into all this shit. So yeah, I mean the timeline's all wonky. Anything can happen now.
Yeah.
And I'm so pumped for Apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean they did a really good job. X-Men is a great example of a series that kind of once again burned people and they
because of Brett
Ratner,
Ratner, that son of a bitch. Every X-Men movie was fine until...
No, 1 and 2 were still really bad.
Yeah,
but it was a sign of the time. There wasn't movies like Iron Man and stuff like that. And I know people hate hearing that because, they're like...
But Iron Man was
DC
the shift in the superhero...
In the meta.
Yeah.
In the meta. The movie meta. The superhero movie meta.
It was all... Iron Man was the singularity point.
Yeah. Where everything shifted and people realized, okay, we can do different, it's not... Because, like, I always look back at, like, the original Spider-Man trilogy with Sam Raimi, and the X-Men movies, and, like the original Hulk movie and stuff like that. That was like the old mindset of this is a superhero movie for superhero nerds, and there is no subgenre. And then we have Iron Man, where it's like this is a superhero movie for the masses, and it's more about this witty, smart-ass, high-tech guy. You know what I mean? It's like there was a shift where people realized we can make a superhero movie that isn't just for hardcore
They
fans.
don't have to be just like this. They can
Yeah.
be all of this, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really excited for for Apocalypse. God damn.
Me too.
And did you see the poster for Apocalypse?
I did see that.
That looks dope.
Yeah.
I want that on my wall.
Is there anything else
I don't think
that
so.
really happened that I can think of?
No, I don't think there was. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff, so obviously we could talk about everything for hours and hours. But I
Yeah.
think that was most of the big stuff, especially from Star Wars, DC, and then Fox's Marvel stuff. Obviously, Marvel wasn't there besides in like a comic capacity, so we did get more talk from
The post-secret,
Joe
what's going to
Quesada.
happen at post-secret wars and
Yeah,
stuff.
and he's talking about there's going to be more. It's going to be more diverse. We're going to see a lot more female
But,
and
yeah, but we talked mostly about that last week.
Yep.
One news I thought was kind of cool. IDW and DC are doing a Ninja Turtles Batman crossover comic.
What?
Yep.
That sounds fucking badass.
Right? So that's why I wanted to talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, damn, that sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to work, but okay.
Did you read any comics this week? Because I read like a
No,
fuckload last
I
night.
haven't had any money to go to the comic book shop. So I'm going to go on Monday, tomorrow.
Yep.
Get some ones. I'm going to get Archie #1.
Mm-hmm.
Archie Comics #1 because it got a 9.5 on IGN.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't like to trust ratings, but I mean, that I want to read this new
Yeah.
Archie. It's like an Archie reboot. I still haven't read the new Secret Wars. I have to go and get that.
I read 2 and 3 yesterday.
Okay.
I haven't read 4 yet.
I haven't read 4. I own 1 through 3.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the comic book shop tomorrow and get some comics. But other than that, no, I haven't read anything. I do have Buffy season 8 on my computer to read.
Did you you read the A-Force? Did you read A-Force that tied into Battle World? I can't remember if
A-Force #1.
Yeah, maybe that was
I
it.
did read that.
I just read
have
that.
it.
Oh god, that was so good.
Yep.
I've been reading more of the Battle World and like the Last Days stuff. I've been trying to catch up on everything.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to comic book shop tomorrow and try to grab a bunch of crap because I've been able to go for the past couple weeks. I've been kind of broke, but
Yeah. Otherwise, next week is Ant-Man.
so we'll be talking about that next weekend.
Yep. We'll probably do a standout show on Friday or a standalone
Yeah,
show on
depending
Friday.
on what time we see the movie.
Yeah, because
on
we're gonna
Friday.
see it Friday morning. So expect to see us talk about that because I'm really excited. It
The
looks
hype
fantastic.
is real. for
Yeah,
the
I mean
movie.
that alone proves to me that Marvel can turn any of their superheroes into a great movie.
Yep.
But otherwise, where can we find you on the internet, Scott?
You can find me at Scotty Boy on Twitter and Instagram. SCOTTYBWO 4 Ys. Oh yeah, the computer's
Yeah.
down there, so I don't know where the shit is.
You can find me on Twitter at Hagnerd, HAGNERD. You can follow Fuzzy Loaf on Twitter at Fuzzy Loaf. You can like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. We're getting close to 1,000 views on YouTube, which is exciting.
That's cool.
Yeah. And
So,
we have 15 subscribers.
If you want to, hey, if there's anything that you saw at Comic-Con that you really liked, if anything that we talked about, comment and talk about it. Anything we didn't talk about that you want to talk about, comment or whatever. Tweet
Yeah.
at us. Let us know because we're definitely down to talk about anything.
Faux shizzle.
Yeah, we just don't have the time to sit here all day.
Yeah. 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 So.
All right. So smell you later and.